script. In one of our previous tutorial we have already seen how to search data between two date, and we have also seen how to load data and query data tables using server-side. But here we have learned combine of both this video tutorial. Here we will search data tables data that come between two date. If you have used data tables in your project for displaying data in table, then at that time you want to filter data tables data based on two given date. Then at that time it is very tricky process. So in this video tutorial we have discussed this type of topic here. This is our testing database, and in this we have one order table with table column like order id, order customer name, order item, order value and order. In this table we have already inserted data. We will load this data under data table, and then after we will search order data based on order date get from two given date. This is our index page, and on this page first URL is for load query library, second URL is for load bootstrap style sheet library, third URL is for load query data table JavaScript library. Fourth URL is for data tables bootstrap JavaScript library. Fifth is for load data tables bootstrap style sheet. Sixth URL is for load bootstrap data picker style sheet, and last URL for load bootstrap data picker JavaScript library. This all URL is required for this video tutorial. First we want to load order data on this page under data tables. So we have create HTML table with attribute id is equal to order data with 5 table column like order id, customer name, item, value and order date. We will use this table id for activate data tables on this table. After we have defined text box for enter start date and end date with button. So first we have defined one division tag with attribute class is equal to input date range. In this tag we will define text box for select start and end date. Under this first we want to define text box for select start date, so we have write input type text with attribute name is equal to start date, id is equal to start date. Same way for select end date, we have write input type is equal to text with attribute name is equal to end date, id is equal to end date. In this text box we can select end date from date picker. So we have go to query code for activate bootstrap date picker on start date and end date text box. So here we have write $ with division tag class input date range with date picker method. This method will activate date picker plugin under text box which come under this tag. Under this method we have write first option id ab10 set to linked. This option will link both date. In second option we have write format. In this option we can set date format. Here we have set date in year, month and day format. After this we have create one function fetch data with 3 argument like is date search, start date is equal blank and end date is equal to blank. This function will activate data table plugin on table with id order data and display order table data under this table with date range search feature. Under this function we have write data table variable is equal to table id order data with data table method. This method will activate data table plugin on table with id order data. Under this method we have write first option processing set to true. This option will enable the display of a processing indicator when the table is being processed. In second option we have write server side set to true. This option will switch client-side processing to server-side processing. In third option we have write order set to blank array. This option will enable table column ordering. Lastly we have write Ajax option. By using this option we can send Ajax request to server, and in this first we have write first option URL set to fetch.php. Here we have send requested to this page. In second option we have write type set to post method. Here we have used post method for send data to server. Lastly we have write data option. In this option we can define which data we want send to server. Here we want to send data like as data search, start date and end date get from this function argument. Now we have moved to write PHP code for fetch data from server, so we have go to fetch do PHP page, and on this page first we have make database connection. So for make database connection we have write $connect variable is equal to miscli connect function with 4 argument like host name set to localhost, username set to root, password set to blank and database name set to testing. After this we have write $columns variable is equal to array with item like order id, order customer name, order item, order value and order date. We will use this array for sorting table column. Now we have write $1 query variable. In this variable we will store query for fetch data from order table, so we have write select star from order table where. Here we have store query and we will append next query as per different condition. After this we have write if statement, and in condition we have write $post is date search variable is equal to yes. Here this variable we have received from Ajax request, and if this variable value is equal to yes then it will execute if block. Suppose $post is date search variable value is yes, then it has execute if block, and under this block we have write $query variable, and in this variable we have append query like order data table column data between $post start date variable and $post end date variable, and here we have append query into $query variable and $post start date and end date variable data has been received from Ajax request. After this we have again write if statement, and in condition we have write is set function with $post search value variable. Here this post search value variable has been passed by Datatables plugin when we have write something in search box, and then it will execute if block. So under this block we have again write $query variable, and in this variable we have append query like table column order like percentage $post search value variable percentage, same query we have write for all table column. This query search data in all table column. After defining search condition we have again write if statement, and in condition we have write set function with $post order variable. This condition will check if this variable value is set, then it will execute if block, otherwise it will execute else block. Here when we have click on any table for sort table column, then this $post order variable has been passed by Datatables query plugin for sort data according to particular column in ascending or descending order. Suppose $post order variable value is set, then it will execute if block, and under this we have write $query variable, and in this variable we have append query like order by $columns variable with $post order 0 column variable and $post order 0 direction variable. Here first variable will return column number for sort, and based on that number we have get table column name from $column variable, and second variable will return sorting direction like ascending and descending. But suppose $post order variable value is not set, then it will execute else block, and under this block we have write $query variable, and in this variable we have append query like order by order id table column in descending order. Now we have defined $query 1 variable is equal to blank. In this variable we will store a query with fetch limit data. Then after we have write if statement, and under condition we have write $post length variable value is not equal to -1, this condition will check if $post length variable value is not equal to -1, then it will execute if block of code. So under this block we have write $query1 variable is equal to limit $post start variable comma $post length variable. Here both variable has been posted by Datatables plugin via Ajax request. Here we have store query and two different variable. From $query variable we will get number of filtered data, and from combination of both query we will make complete query for fetch data from order table. First we want to execute only $query variable query for get number of filter recorder, so we have write $number of filter row is equal to misclean num rows function, and under this we have write misclean query function with $connect variable and $query variable. Here misclean query function execute $query variable and misclean num rows function return number of rows from query execution and store into $number of filter rows variable. Now we want to execute complete query, so we have write $result variable is equal to misclean query function with two argument like $connect variable and $query variable concatenate $query1 variable. Here we have combined query of both variable, and this misclean query function will execute combined query and store result in $result variable. Now we have write $data variable is equal to blank array. In this variable we will store $result data one by one. For fetch data from $result variable we have used while loop with condition like $row variable is equal to misclean fetch array function with $result variable. This function will convert $result data into array and store into $row variable. Under this while loop first we have create one $subarray variable is equal to blank array. In this variable we will store data get from $row variable. First we want to store order data in $subarray variable, so we have write subarray variable is equal to $row order variable. After this we have again write $subarray variable is equal to $row order customer name variable. Here we have store order customer data in $subarray variable. Same way we have again write $subarray variable is equal to $row order item variable. Here we have store order item data in $subarray variable. After this we have write $subarray variable is equal to $row order value variable. Here we have store order value data in $subarray variable. And lastly we have again write $subarray variable is equal to $row order date variable, and here also we have store order date data in $subarray variable. So here we have store data in $subarray variable. Now we have write $data variable is equal to $subarray variable, so here we have store all subarray data in $data variable. Now we want to get total number rows in order table, so we have create function get all data with $connect variable argument. This function will return number of rows in table. Under this function we have write $query variable is equal to select star from order table. After this we want to execute above queries, so we have write $result variable is equal to misclean query function with two argument like $connect variable and $query variable. This function will execute query and store result into $result variable. Now we want to get number of rows, so we have write return statement with misclean num rows function with $result variable. This function will return number of rows from $result variable. Now we have write $output variable is equal to array, and in this array we have write first key draw with value $post draw variable. In second key we have write records total, and in value we have write get all data function with $connect variable. In third key we have write records filtered, and in this key value we have write $number filter row variable in which we have store a number of filter rows. And in last key we have write data, and in value we have write $data variable in which we have store order data in array format. So this way we have store all required data for make data table and $output variable. Now we want to send this data to fetch data function Ajax request in JSON format, so we have write echo statement with JSON encode function, and in this function we have write $output variable. Now we have check output in browser. Now we have go to index page, and here we have call fetch data function, and in first argument we have write no, that means we want to fetch all table data without date range filter. Here friends you can see when page has been loaded in browser, then order table data has been loaded under data table with all data table functionality like searching table data, sorting table rows, pagination, number of records per page and many more other feature. But here we want to search table data according data come into particular date. So above table you can see two text box with search button, and here you can see when we have click on text box then date picker has been appear on both text box, and we can easily select date from this two text box. So when we have click on search button then we want to filter data from this table. So we have go to index page, and here we have write $button is search with click event and function. So when we have click on search button this code has been execute. Under this function first we have write variable start date is equal to with text box id start date with value method. By using this method we can get value of start date text box and store into start date variable. Same way we have write end date variable is equal to with text box id end date with value method. By using this method we can get value of end date text box and store into end date variable. After this we have write if statement, and under condition we have write value of start date variable is not equal to blank and value of end date variable is not blank, then it will execute if block, otherwise it will execute else block. Suppose if condition not satisfied then it will execute else block, and under this block we have write alert with message like both date is required. This message has been pop up on screen. But suppose if condition is satisfied then it will execute if block, and under this first we want to destroy table data, so we have write with table id order data with data table method with destroy method. Here destroy method will destroy table data. This is because we cannot direct change table data, so we have to destroy table data, then after we can filter table data according to date. After destroy data tables data, now we want to fill data tables data according to date range filter, so we have again called fetch data function with all three argument. In first argument we have write yes, which denote we want to search data according start and end date. In second argument we have write start date, and in third argument we have write end date variable. This function will fill table with data according to date range filter, and it will display on web page without refresh of web page. So here our code is ready, so we save all page and check output in browser. Friends, here you can see that first we have select start date, and after this we have select end date. Here you can see we cannot select end date less than of start date, because we have linked both date. So here we have select both dates, so we have click on search button. Here you can see when we have click on search button then data tables data has been changed. Before search we can see 20 data, but after search we can see only 10 data. That means our date range search filter has been working on data tables. There many viewers of my channel has been requested me to make video tutorial on this topic, so we have make video tutorial on how to perform date range search on data tables by using PHP with Ajax. Date range search filter is very important to filter data between two date. This type of feature is not available in default Datatables plugin. You want to write extra code for this operation which we have discussed here. If you want to get more update regarding our video tutorial, please subscribe our YouTube channel for get more update regarding release of future video. If you have liked this video, please share this video with your friends or even you